Welcome in, everybody. This is the Shoujo Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Sarah, joined by the wonderful Joe, putting Joe in Shoujo, of which that's what we do here on the Shoujo Mojo Jojo.
Yeah, that's what we do here.
We talk about Shoujo anime series. We're covering Fushigi Yugi currently. And we'll be talking about episodes 12, 13, and 14. But before we get to that, we like to chit-chat and maintain this wonderful friendship you all wish you could be in on.
Yeah, I bet that's how they feel.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I'm like, I gotta.
No, it's good. It's like
I
a hype
gotta
speech.
set up these freaking intros. We don't need dog toys.
Squeak toys.
Try
Dogs in the intro.
Yes. Okay. Hi, Joe.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. I watched a bunch of movies in the last couple days.
Ooh. Okay, I haven't watched the one that we talked about last time.
Okay, well, I did. But I won't talk about it because we're going to talk about it later. And
I'll tell you while we're recording, but I think I have a guest to join us too. Ooh, new guest.
Oh, on that episode?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, I'm eating. I always make sure to eat as we're recording.
Good for the mic. Yeah,
as
people
one
love
does
that.
for a podcast.
Yeah. I have watched back-to-back on 2 consecutive days 2 Christopher Nolan movies. I watched Tenet, and then I watched The Odyssey.
And
Tenet is it's kind of a dumb movie. It's pretty fun, though. I like that. Pretty good time. Pretty good. And then The Odyssey, which has some good sequences. Has some good sequences, but his version of Odysseus is lame.
I don't think I'm as familiar enough with the character to be like, this version sucks. I don't think I even had to read The Odyssey in high school.
Well, I didn't either. I just kind of know what happens.
I didn't. Okay.
But like Odysseus, right? He's like the clever guy. He's like the quick wit guy.
Mm.
You know, he's like coming up with the Trojan
he's
horse.
Not so
he's like being clever. He's like kind of funny. I feel like he's like dressing up. He's like pretending to be different people. None of that stuff happens in the Christopher Nolan movie because they have what's his face just being just like a normal action hero guy.
Is that who Tom Holland is? No. No, the one that a lady with sweet biceps is taking his place on the cover art.
What?
The cover art for The Odyssey. It's like a big enemy and then the main guy, the back of him facing the enemy. It's a woman in that shot who's like big ass muscly arms. According to social media that I saw.
What? Okay, hold on. I need to see this. Odyssey, Nolan, poster. All right. I'm seeing ones that don't really have people on it at all.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking of a different movie.
You must be thinking of it because there's no like super buff women in this movie. It would be better if there was, but there kind of isn't.
Well, I'm saying it's a woman, but she's portraying a man because she has better muscles than the actor.
Okay.
Honest movie.
I don't know this.
It's okay. Maybe it's not. I saw it somewhere.
Okay.
This exists.
I wish that character was in this movie.
Woman. Or maybe it's not the cover, but maybe it's like a promo shot or something. Woman art.
I don't know. But
Matt Damon praises his female stunt double, saying her powerful. Okay, so his stunt double's a lead. Okay, it's this. Okay, I'm sending it to you.
Yeah, please send it to me. I don't know who we're talking about.
I'll name her. Devin Dalton, lady stunt double.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, Matt Damon is a really boring Odysseus. He's not clever. He's not funny.
Is he? Honestly, I feel like I haven't really seen any movies with him. I just have heard his name a lot.
Matt Damon.
Is he ever is he a pretty boring just white dude actor, or does he have charm and charisma sometimes?
There's like older stuff because like you know him from like the Bourne movies or whatever, right?
No.
Okay. Well, people know him from the Bourne movies or whatever, and he's kind of just like action hero generic guy in that case. But he's been in other stuff where it's like he's gotten more to do, right? Like he was in The Departed. He was in
okay, people, it's The Martian, which I didn't watch, but he doesn't have to act with anyone, right? It's just him. So
it's just him. He's fun in that. Yeah. Like, you know, he has some range.
And then Good Will Hunting's the other one that I've heard of, but I don't think I watched.
That movie's good.
I don't know. Okay, Silas is trying to be the loudest dog. Squeak, bark, all the things. Ugh. Okay, so you watched it.
I watched it. It was fine. Whatever. We've reached a point where I can no longer pretend that Tom Holland is not 30 because he's playing like he's supposed to be playing like a kid kind of in this. And I'm like, bro, I can no longer believe that Tom Holland is anything less than like late 20s guy.
Yeah. I think he said like this is the last role where I'll play a boy.
Yeah, maybe his previous one should have been the last role where he plays a boy.
Well, I mean, later this week is freaking. He's going to be a boy because he's Peter Parker.
They're still making those? Yeah, what is going on?
Spider-Man.
I don't know what's happening in Marvel anymore. I think it's
the last one with him in it. Oh, I don't know. Doomsday or something's happening?
I know that Doctor Doom is here.
Any of these. But it's what do you think? Right? Isn't Doctor Doom freaking Robert Downey Jr.?
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
I think it's stupid.
I think it's dumb too.
I thought he was
like, I don't want to be...
Yeah,
I don't want to be Iron Man anymore. Okay.
Yeah, it like prints money when you're a part of those franchises.
You have to waste all your time. People who knew him as Iron Man.
Yeah, it's goofy.
Stupid. I hate it. Okay,
it's fine. I don't think that matters as much as
it's just that none of the cast is all that remarkable.
It's just
so we don't care if they get assembled.
Why would I care about the Avengers anymore? Honestly.
Yeah.
What's the theory here as to why this is? I know people
Disney
like Dr.
needs
Doom.
more attractions for their parks. So the Marvel train that they paid a crap ton for, they gotta keep turning.
Let me tell you, because I've also been playing KOTOR too. I'm getting pretty close to the end, and you know, I didn't watch this, but I listened to a podcast where people talked about The Mandalorian and Grogu, that movie that came out, and having played through most of KOTOR 2 and like seeing what weird, interesting things are happening and like what weird characterizations and how they like expand out what the Force means and what like Jedi and Sith mean and all this other stuff. When Disney bought Star Wars, everyone's like, oh, this is the worst thing that could happen. And I'm like, oh, is that really true? Like they can make some movies, they can put some cash into it. It's not bad. But now that we have arrived at year whatever, I'm like, yeah, that was like a death keel to the franchise. Disney would never do something even remotely as interesting as what's happening in KOTOR 2.
Oh, okay. So can you definitively say that you think you like KOTOR 2 more than 1?
Like to think about, yes. To play, not really. But that's because KOTOR 2 is like not
Is that
finished.
Just because of the way you're playing it?
It's more interesting. Like it's doing more interesting things, but it's like there are entire sections of it that like nothing or just nothing. I did like 3 planets that were like nothing. So
I haven't looked into the. So I feel like
they caught a lot of stuff for time.
Okay,
because they had to like turn it out really quick.
God, imagine like nowadays it's like a game takes forever for all the final content to come out post launch. So it's like all games, maybe if they had that luxury, but they had to work with deadlines back then. They had to answer to the public's expectations.
Pretty good. Yeah. I'm like, wow, Star Wars could be good, but that's
what I'm saying. Because I've always been like, I like Star Wars, but I like Star Wars for the possibilities and not the movies. Like KOTOR and getting to experience Star Wars somewhat through your whatever. That's more exciting to me than just like, you know, Luke Skywalker or whatever.
Yeah, we'll have some bonus stuff on that.
Yes,
because
we will.
I have lots of thoughts about Kreia, the best character. I am gonna be like, here's the thing. I am so Kreia-pilled that like everything, like my thinking about Fushigi Yugi this week is shaped by that. To where I'm like, oh, this person's like the Kreia of Fushigi Yugi, and by that I mean somebody should stab this person. So be prepared for that, listeners. Kreia, for anyone who doesn't know, is like a weird. It's like a bizarre, like gray Jedi, not even like a Jedi. She's just like this weird woman who's like constantly trying to manipulate you into doing things, but it's like unclear what she wants, and nobody else really understands what she wants, and some characters can't even see her. So it's pretty wild.
Got one hand. Yeah,
she's got one hand. Yeah, there's this guy on your ship who sucks that she just plays pranks on all the time. Fascinating. Anyway,
yeah,
that's good. So yeah, I've been having a pretty good time with that stuff. What about you, Sarah? What's been going on with you?
Let's see. I have opinions on things, and then but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna fold.
What?
I have been playing a little bit of Halo Campaign Evolved, where it's like, this is stupid. Why would I buy a game I've already bought before? Blah, blah, blah. But I did. I've been playing it a little bit. It's just nice to have a game to play with people.
Oh, because people are playing it?
Even though I can't do multiplayer, but I'm doing a co-op playthrough with a friend.
Oh, I see.
The music is so freaking good.
Yeah, it's Halo.
Yes, but it's like, I feel like the price isn't justified.
No, because it's Halo, a game that's super old.
I didn't even know it was happening, and then just the day of, I was like, sure, I'll get it. I should be a more discerning customer, but I'm not.
Yeah.
So I've been playing a bit of that. Let's see. My birthday is this week. Happy, I guess by the time this comes out.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday.
I'll be 33. We're getting up there. I could be cosplaying Kreia pretty soon.
Okay, you are not cosplaying Kreia. Thank you.
No one would know who I was. Let's see.
Only the real ones.
Yeah. So that's right. I don't know. You know, you're an adult when it's like, oh wow. As a kid or a teenager, I've been like, that's so boring. Why would you get excited about that? But I'm like so pleased with myself that I cleaned my apartment. I even rearranged my living room a little bit. So
that's good. I need to do that.
That's where my life's at. That's the exciting stuff going on for me.
Yeah,
I just ordered a pin, an enamel pin. It's cute. And it's going to say, I'm single and ready to flamingo, because there's a flamingo on it.
Oh, okay.
We're exploring new avenues of putting ourselves out there.
Yeah.
And that is going to be a cute pin that is probably going to backfire, because then it's going to be all the gross people I don't want to approaching me, but whatever. We're getting desperate here. Not so desperate that we're going to settle for anything, but just
right.
Antsy. Yeah. Just I'm so ready.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Whatever works, right? Become animal themed,
love,
just in general.
Yeah. Speaking of love, or the lack thereof, Love Island UK just wrapped, which had a couple win where basically it's like, we barely know these people as a couple. We just like the guy. So the guy basically just won the show by himself.
Wow.
Yeah. And then this morning I was catching up on Big Brother, and I was just mad the whole time. That's the tough Big Brother. It's it's high highs, low lows. And I'm like, this sucks. This game's rigged. They have 3 returning players. Well, one's a returning player and then 2 are from a different show. They're from Survivor. So 3 people with established followings going into this. And then they introduce a public vote. So then it's obviously that's going to be skewed in favor of the people who already have a presence outside of the game. So then it's they're getting the stuff, and it's pissing me off because I don't like any of them. But also it's very much anytime there's a big giant alliance, you just feel inclined to root for the other side, the underdog. I'm not normally into underdogs, but yeah. Oh, so I'm hoping it turns around. But right now I'm I don't really have anyone I like, and the people I know I don't like are in power. So yeah, that's all I got, I think. I guess when I was cleaning, I cleaned up my computer. So we got so much room to download games that we've never finished.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
A little cleaning. That's good.
Yep. Yeah. Excited to talk about Fushigi Yugi if you are.
Yep.
So are my dogs, if you can tell from them running around like lunatics.
Yeah, they're having fun. They're excited to talk about Fushigi Yugi too.
Go.
Yeah, they're going. I see them. All right. Let's get into it. But let's start with some voice actors. We got 2. I'm going to start with Nakago, who we know from last episode as the blonde guy from Kuto or whatever. Siryu, the only Siryu 7 guy we know. He is voiced by Toru Furusawa, who is several guys in Gundam X. Lots of dudes, lots of just like background dudes. This guy plays a lot of background dudes. He's also someone named Yoshiyuki Terada, and Cardcaptor Sakura, who's one of the teachers.
If this is the if he's the teacher I'm thinking of, he's a troubled character. Yoshiyuki. Nope.
Is he perhaps
related to? Oh God. Yep. Okay.
Character named whenever Rika.
Oh, Joe, are you spoiling things?
No, I'm reading the main paragraph.
Okay, don't read anything. Don't do that.
All right, I'm not gonna read it.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, we'll be familiar with that guy and have a lot to say, I'm sure, whenever we do.
Yeah.
Cover Cardcaptor.
He's also the voice of Razor in Hunter x Hunter, which is the guy in Greed Island who makes them play dodgeball. He's the Japanese dub voice of John Smith in Pocahontas, Disney's Pocahontas. And he's Millions Knives in Trigun. So just always plays dudes who suck, I guess.
Have you watched Trigun?
I have watched original Trigun, yes.
Is it good?
I like all of the first half, and then the plot starts happening, and I instantly don't like it very much. Unfortunately, I do not like Millions Knives, even though I think he has a very funny name.
I thought you'd like him just because of that.
Yeah, unfortunately, as a character, not so great.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's the first one. Our second character we're going to go through is Aiken, who is the boss of the bandits that we are going to be dealing with in the third episode. He is voiced by Kenichi Ogata, who basically plays every old man ever, or at least in a lot of stuff. He is Hiroshi Agasa in Detective Conan, who's like the professor guy. Tons of roles in that. Good gig to get if you could be a recurring character in Detective Conan. You will be set. He also is Genma Satome in Ranma 1/2. That's Ranma's dad. Becomes a panda. Also voice him. Pretty good gig there. He's Miyoga in Inuyasha, the little flea. That's an old man.
Well, I'm surprised he's not because there's a character that looks like that character in Ranma 1/2. I'm surprised he doesn't voice him, the pervy freaking.
No, that's a different guy.
It looks so much like Miyoga, though.
Yeah. And he also voices Gran Turismo in My Hero Academia, who's the old guy who trained All Might. And is tiny.
Right.
And jumps around.
Yep.
Old guys. Except Aiken is not that old. It's not an old guy.
No.
But, this is back in the day. So don't worry about it. All right. Let's get into it. Episode 12 of Fushigi Yugi is called Only You. We open on Miaka having a dream about her and Yui as small children growing up. They were such good pals. She is woken up by a shirtless Tamahome, and she freaks out because she realizes that they're both naked under the sheets because they're in a bed together.
I'd be freaking out too, girl.
In a room that's like a weird cloud room. She also realizes that all of her wounds have been healed that she got from last episode when Nakago threw her around or whatever. Miaka remembers her falling out with Yui and gets sad. Tamahome comforts her, saying that they'll get her next time, and Miaka knows that Yui is staying there on purpose. She's choosing to stay there, so it's not going to be that easy. But she is determined that she needs to get back and talk with her and figure out what's going on. She gets up to leave, but they only have one sheet, which they fight over. So no one's going anywhere. Suddenly, Taitsukun and Chichiri show up because Chichiri has brought them to Taitsukun's palace to recover. Chichiri gives them all their clothes back, and he also pulls off his mask to reveal his scarred hot guy face. And maybe he only has one eye? I don't know. They get dressed, and Miaka tells Taitsukun that she needs to go back and ask Yui what happened 3 months ago. And Taitsukun's like, Going back there? That sounds hard. Why don't we just use my all-seeing mirror to see what happened 3 months ago? You know, my Dragnet, like, surveillance console. Very funny. And she just has this. They go to the mirror, which is just like a big-ass mirror, to see what happened to Yui 3 months ago. We see a scared Yui walking through, you guessed it, run-down alleyways of the capital of Kuto. She's like walking around, talking to Miaka, not knowing that Miaka isn't there. Because she knows.
Is so sad.
Yeah, but like she was on the other side, so she knows that like if you're reading this, you can sometimes hear them. Suddenly, Yui's attacked by 2 ruffians, and they chase her down and start to rape her. While she calls out to Miaka. Miaka is unable to watch the clip and tell Taitsukun to turn it off. Miaka cries and says that, and is like, oh, it makes sense as to why she tried to kill herself after that. Okay, we're piecing it together. Yeah, so we get all that. So, you know, if you were confused about what happened last time or didn't catch the like brief moment where you get that kind of cutaway, you get it here. No ambiguity. We cut to Yui and Kuto. The Emperor of Kuto tells her and whatever his name is, Nakago. Sorry, I wrote his name wrong. And Nakago to find the other Siryu 7. He's also like, you could deal with the priestess of Suzaku however you see fit. I don't know, man. He seems pretty not involved in this at all. Yeah. He's just like, yeah, cool, man. Go do whatever you're supposed to do. Go do the priestess stuff. I don't know.
I was going to say, it seems like he's just copying what they're doing. Like, okay, they're looking for them. We're looking for them.
Yeah.
Complex about being the not hot emperor.
Yeah, it's just very funny that like the Emperor of Kuto is like not invested in the prophecies in the way that Hotohori is, where Hotohori is like, the balance of this war rests upon you finding the Suzaku 7. And this guy is like, great. If you could just do whatever you have to do and then deal with the other side's version of you, then we got this. Back at Taitsukun's, Miaka wonders why she wasn't able to hear Yui like Yui was able to hear her from before. She's at a total loss and cries while nobody else knows what to say. We cut to Yui mentally recapping about how she feels betrayed by Miaka. She agrees to the Emperor's request and says that she'll find the Siryu 7 while Nakago looks on. Yui thinks that she'll never allow Miyaka's dream to come true of being with Tamahome, I guess. Some time passes and Miaka has locked herself in her room. Tamahome and Chichiri don't know what to do because they don't know how you comfort somebody in this situation. So Taitsukun appears and says she'll go talk to her. Taitsukun enters Miyaka's room and says that the reason that she couldn't hear Yui is because she took off her uniform, which was the thing that anchors the two of them together. Taitsukun says that that's why it isn't Miyaka's fault and it was merely, quote, that girl's own bad luck, unquote. Miyaka's like, I don't think you could say that. Yui took her place after trying to save her when she was ejected to the book. And this is where I'm like, is Taitsukun Kreia? Is she doing Kreia stuff? I'll get to that. Taitsukun basically ignores her saying this and instead shows her a mirror that projects Miaka into the capital of Conan, but she's like flying around and she tries to do a Superman pose and it's very funny. She can't actually fly. While like pseudo invisible, she sees Hotohori and Noriko. Hotohori isn't eating because he's so worried about Miaka returning. Because he doesn't know what happened to them last episode, and Noriko says that she'll be back to her regular energetic self soon. Then Phantom Miaka is shown other people around town worrying about the upcoming war and hoping that the priestess of Suzaku will save them. Taitsukun tells her that she isn't a regular girl now, she's the priestess of Suzaku, and she has responsibilities now. And Miyaka's like, that's right, going into the book was real, this is all real, I need to do my duty now as the priestess, which is also real.
Doesn't it feel like okay, Tatsukun gave all the nations their scrolls, which you would think means she's neutral and that she would be accessible to all priestesses. But it very much feels like she's got an agenda, and that agenda is to help the priestess of Suzaku and the country of Conan.
I think Taitsukun definitely has an agenda, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Like another old lady.
Which makes this, oh yes. Miaka emerges from her room and tells Tamahome and Chichiri that they need to find the other Suzaku 7. She completely ignores Tamahome's loving embrace because she needs to get serious now, and serious means no love shenanigans. Love story put on hold. We gotta find some people and save the kingdom. Elsewhere, Yui's hanging out. just not wearing pants. Nakago comes in and asks her what's wrong, and she deflects. He asks if she's thinking about Tamahome, which she is, and Nakago says that's fortunate because he knows a way to bring Tamahome here. Back in Conan, Miaka and crew return to the palace, and Hotohori goes to hug her, which makes Tamahome jealous. Miaka introduces Chichirita, Hotohori, and meets up with Noriko, and then she goes off to bed without saying anything to Tamahome. Miaka changes into her PJs and sees her bag that she remembers is full of food. Tamahome bursts in to talk to her, but instead he finds her stuffing her face with fruit.
I love that she has a pajama set, as you can see, Joe.
Yeah.
I love a pajama set.
It's good. Yeah. Very funny that she's like, oh, I'm going on this long trip. I need to bring a bunch of perishable fruit.
Well, we know they're not going to be there for long. She's going to whack those down in 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's very funny. Tamahome is like, what's this stuff? And she explains that it's stuff from her world, and he gets excited at the prospect of selling it, but snaps back to reality. I got things to talk about. He's like, I came to ask why you're ignoring me. And Miaka explains that she needs to be the priestess of Suzaku now and has to get serious. So don't come like bursting into my room or whatever and doing this love stuff. But Tamahome doesn't listen, and instead kisses her and pushes her on the bed. And she's like, hey, stop. But he says that he can't just go back to how things were, nor should Miaka, because they shouldn't do that. But Miaka protests, saying that Yui likes him now too, which makes things complicated.
You know, it's always the girl saying no, and then the guy to like convince her, no, it's fine. I feel like always in anime.
Yep, that's traditional gender roles, baby.
Don't love it.
Suddenly, Hotohori bursts in and draws his sword on Tamahome, asking him why he's here. Tamahome says he's in love with Miaka, and that's why he's here. And he and Hotohori have a stare down, as we all wonder if Hotohori's going to stab Tamahome, I guess. Hotohori drops his sword and compliments Tamahome's courage. He says that he can't harm a fellow member of the Suzaku 7, but only for that reason. And then he sheathes his sword and leaves.
What
the boys are fighting.
Like, was he just eavesdropping? Like, was the door open? What's going on? I don't know. It's just...
I don't know.
Let me insert myself.
The boys are fighting. Ugh. Tamahome is like, holy shit, I really thought he was going to get me, which is very funny.
Yeah. Yes.
Miyaka's like, dude, you need to stop pissing off the emperor. But Tamahome gets back to where they were before and pushes her back on the bed. He asks her if she knows what the symbol on his head means. And she's like, yeah, it means ogre. And he's like, no, I meant like not literally. He's like, I used to hate having this symbol because it meant I was one of the Suzaku 7. But now I know that it means that I'm going to protect you forever. Miaka hugs him and they embrace. Miaka asks if he'll stay with her forever. And he says yes. She asks Yui and Hotohori to forgive her, and we see Hotohori staring off in the distance outside as we cut to credits. Reading's really hard today.
You poor thing.
Okay.
Should I try the next one? I can do it.
Yeah, you want to do the next one? Yeah, sure. This episode. Well, what's your reaction to this episode before I go Kreia-pilled?
Well, we got the right. The Yui stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. This is something I feel like this is, I don't know. Everything's what? No, just go for it, Joe. Unleashed.
Do my little pet theory. All right. Okay. Taitsukun's evil, dude. Like so hard in this. This is like kind of amazing. Because, you know, this happens, Taitsukun shows Miaka what happened to Yui, so we get kind of a rundown on that. And then, you know, Miyaka's clearly very upset, and Taitsukun's like, oh, I'll go talk to her. And then she basically goes into there and is like, listen, this isn't your fault. This is just like a bunch of circumstances that happened. You know, like, Yui just got unlucky. It's unfortunate, but it happens. But what you really need to do is focus on what you can do to help everybody. And that's doing what I want you to do, which is fulfilling the prophecy, right? Is going out there. And I'm going to show you all of the things where people are like, oh, I sure hope the priestess of Suzaku saves us. Not going to show you any other perspectives. Who knows what else could be going on? I'm just going to show you the stuff that advances my argument as the person who has all the information, because I came up not with the prophecy for just you, Miaka, but also for everybody, which means she knew this would happen to Yui because she has the prophecy for the other priestesses. So she knows exactly what would have happened to Yui when she pulled her in, because she's also the person who sent Miaka out of the book, which means she also pulled Yui into the book.
Oh, snap.
So she definitely knew this was going to happen and is like, oh, it's all just a coincidence. Like, no, it's not. This is literally a prophecy. I bet theirs says that this happens to Yui when she shows up. I bet this is in her version of the book.
Ooh. Joe. Get it.
I very much hope Fushigi Yugi also thinks Taitsukun's evil, but we'll see, you know? Because they should team up and destroy Taitsukun. That's what I'm hoping happens. As a person who is just trying to get everyone to fulfill prophecies, not really sure what's in it for her. But yeah, so yeah, that's my thing. I'm like, oh my God, like it's her fault that this happened to Yui. And she also knew it was going to happen to Yui, which is why she doesn't really care that much, because she already knew it was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
This is why she's not sympathetic at all. It's because she's like, yeah, you know, we all knew this was going to happen, right? I mean, you didn't, but I did.
Ooh, crazy. Oh, I love it. Okay.
Yeah. And she really easily kind of tricks Miaka into being like, the thing you need to do is your role in the story.
Well, I can see it being Miaka doesn't know what to do. This horrible thing happened to her friend. Like, she can't do anything about that, but like being very happy to have something to do to feel useful and take her mind off it. And
yeah, well, I mean, this is like what's happening in this episode, right? This thing happens and nobody really knows what to do or how to react, right? Like, like Chichiri
realistic.
And Tamahome, like, both don't know what to say. This is probably something we'd never like encountered before.
Yeah.
Miaka doesn't really know how to feel about it because she doesn't even understand what happened all the way. The only person who understands what happened is Taitsukun, and Taitsukun comes and tell her that the way to feel better about this is to do exactly what I want you to do. That's pretty good.
Wow.
So good manipulation. I was like, yo, when she's like, look, you changed the uniform. That's what happened. Which, is that really true? Because like, we see other, like, either there's some weird time stuff, because it looks like when this happens to Yui, this is pretty early on in her being there.
Yeah.
But it took Miaka a while to go home and change, right? Like, she presumably like got on a train and rode home. It must have taken at least an hour, which should have been a couple of days in the thing. So, I mean, maybe it's just, you know, the time dilation's weird, so maybe this is just nothing. But also, I mean, can we really trust Taitsukun as a credible purveyor of facts here?
Yeah.
Because when she sends Miaka back, she does not say, oh, by the way, we're going to suck the other person in. Could have said that, didn't say that.
I like it, Joe. That's why you're here.
Pretty good.
On the podcast. Doing the thinking for the podcast.
Yeah. I'm feeling a little bit more confident after these episodes and some of the next ones that we are going to handle the stuff with Yui better than I was worried we were going to. So I'm feeling a little bit better about it. There's some more stuff we can talk about, but I think we should wait till the end of the episodes to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I also have like a grand Tamahome theory.
Ooh. Okay. Like, I've got a dog pile in my lap, and then I've got a cat who wants to get in on this. So we're like, everybody's here.
Yeah, gang's all here.
For the recording. Okay. Episode
13. Episode 13 is called For the Sake of Love. We open on Kisuke being like, I can't believe I have to read this love story about my sister. What is happening? Extremely funny. We jump back to where we left off with Miaka and Tamahome hugging in her room. They're interrupted by an intruder that announces that Kuto is a stronger nation that has invaded some small towns near the border of Konan, and they will continue their advance into Konan territory unless Tamahome offers himself up as a hostage. Hotohori, Noriko, and Chichiri rush in, and Chichiri reveals the spy, which is just another guy in an identical cloak. They got like so many of these guys. The spy runs away, but only after Noriko destroys like a whole wall accidentally. It's very funny. There's a lot of like Noriko comedy bits that I'm not putting in here where she accidentally breaks something. Pretty good.
It's very frustrating existence.
Yeah.
Because her whole life of wrecking everything.
Hotohori tells the team that it's true that Kuto did invade the other day, but the invasion was relatively light, and also they like disguised themselves to give them plausible deniability and stuff. But anyway, he's like, we don't negotiate with terrorists, so we're just going to ignore this. Definitely don't run away, Tamahome, he says. Tamahome
After
says...
you just told Miaka that you'll never, ever leave her, please.
Tamahome says he won't run away, but Miaka does not believe him, so she falls asleep while holding his arm. Very funny.
Yeah.
Eventually, she falls asleep and loosens her grip, and Tamahome is like, well, time for me to willingly give myself up, because those towns are close to my hometown. And he leaves with some of the Kuto spies. It's the next day, and Miaka tries to search for Tamahome, but can't find him. He's left her a message in her notebook, but she can't read ancient Chinese, so she has Hotohori read it. He says that he's left to be a hostage to Kuto, and that they should use the time where he's there to find the other Suzaku 7. And Miaka is distraught because he says he wasn't going to leave her just yesterday.
Just like you told him you were going to wait for him to go get that candy for you.
Yeah. Oh, you guys try to protect each other, and you're so bad at lying, but the other one is so worse at catching it.
Yeah.
You're such teens.
Mm-hmm.
Later, Miaka announces to Hotohori that she, Chichiri, and Noriko are going to find the other 3 servants. And Hotohori asks how she can do that without the prophecy, which got left in Kuto at the event after the events of episode 11. Miaka says that Taitsukun gave her a mirror that will detect them if they're nearby, which seems more useful, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
She's also acting like she's in a real good mood, even though she's not, which bums Hotohori out. The 3 ride out, and Miaka gets a clue to look into the mountains from her mirror. They notice while going that Chichiri has disappeared. Back at the palace, Chichiri appears before Hotohori, and because Hotohori looked sad, he's like, I wanted to check on you, bro. Hotohori says he's sad because he can't do anything but stay at the palace, while Miaka, the girl he loves, goes out alone. Chichiri is not alone. Yeah,
has 2
not alone.
people with her.
Yep. Chichiri is like, I have just the thing, and he turns himself into a clone of Hotohori, and Hotohori is like, wow, this is a really subpar image of me. I'm way hotter than this. But Chichiri's like, look, man, this is the best I could do. Very good.
Yeah.
Elsewhere, Miaka and Noriko stop at a restaurant in the mountains and order a bunch of food. Miaka orders like half the menu. Miaka is still acting cheerful, which pisses Noriko off enough that she accidentally breaks their table and they have to move to a different one. Miaka gets served the food and like starts eating a bunch of it, but Noriko notices that they're getting weird looks and tells Miaka not to eat the food. Unfortunately, Miaka has eaten all of the food and she feels bad and collapses.
And Noriko's like, you ate mine too?
Yes.
Yeah.
Noriko is attacked by bandits and knocks one of them out, but the other is going for Miaka until he's stopped by Hotohori just in the nick of time. Hotohori asks if Miaka is okay, and she says yes. She just ate too fast, but the food was fine. It wasn't like poisoned or anything. Hotohori explains that Chichiri is taking his place at the palace because the max party size is set to 3 in this game.
I know. I'm like, I think Chichiri would be much more handy and useful to have around.
Oh, for real.
I would prefer that.
Yeah, I'm definitely putting him in the party. Until we get another magic person, Chichiri's staying in.
For reals.
Hotohori brings Miaka the message Tamahome wrote and shows her that he signed it, that he loves her. He's like, that's why he went to be a hostage, to protect you. And Miaka feels bad that she has once again put him in danger. She cries and Hotohori hugs her while Noriko watches. Everybody's having complicated feelings about this. Miaka breaks off from Hotohori and he confirms that she only has feelings for Tamahome, even though he's loved her since the beginning. Damn, sad times. Miaka runs off and immediately trips a trap that like brings down like a log trap.
I feel like the freaking... I feel like this shouldn't have worse.
It's just, the sequence is so funny because it's like she doesn't say anything. She just runs off and then immediately trips this. Hotohori pushes her out of the way but gets knocked out. Noriko is also knocked out in a vague way, is what I have written down. Miaka, Noriko, and Hotohori have been captured by mountain bandits. It's the mountain bandits that we've been hearing about in the mountains. They wake up all tied in a storage room. Hotohori is cut from the trap earlier and bleeding a little, which makes Miaka feel bad because she feels bad. Suddenly, 3 bandits burst in and they act all nervous and brag about themselves because they think they captured 3 girls instead of 2 because they think Hotohori is a girl.
Miaka thought the same when she saw him. So.
That's so true. Miyaka's like, wait, one of these guys is probably the Suzaku 7 we're looking for. So she starts tearing at their clothes with her teeth to see if she can find like a Chinese character on their body.
Yeah. I like it. Her head's in the game. Let's go, Miaka.
She's always at 100. She's stopped by a blue-haired guy who's like, the boss said to bring one of you to him, and it's going to be you, the one who keeps biting everybody. Miaka tells Noriko and Hotohori that one member is probably who they're looking for, or one of the bandits is probably who they're looking for before being dragged out of the room. With Miaka gone, a bandit starts hitting on Hotohori and Noriko. And Noriko explains to him that they think they're both girls because they're way prettier than Miaka, so they have to play along.
Get wrecked, Miaka.
Very funny. Noriko's like, oh, they think we're girls because, we're hot.
There's not, honestly, we haven't met many, honestly, other than like our main cast, there's been very few like notable, distinct characters, let alone women. So it's like, I don't know. I hate everybody. I feel like the background characters all look bad, but heard all these slugs, they definitely look very pretty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hotohori poses as a woman and serves the bandits tea along with Noriko. He's really good at it, and everybody would rather hang out with him than Noriko, which annoys her. This is very funny.
I loved it. I was laughing at this part. I was like, I think he's just having fun getting to play a different role than the Emperor.
Yeah, he just gets to hang out. He's going on the adventures he always wanted to go on.
Mm-hmm.
And Noriko is like, damn, even though I have a crush on this guy, this sucks. Elsewhere, Tamahome is in Kuto. He's greeted by Nakago, who introduces himself as a fellow celestial warrior. Tamahome is like, ask me if I care. But Nakago tells him that he's here to comfort Yui. Also, as the only person to land a hit on him, he also likes Tamahome. He's like, I respect you with my warrior code. And Tamahome is like, I can hit you because you ain't shit. And Nakago slaps him. Yui sees this and rushes into Tamahome, who says a cool guy line about how he didn't feel a thing. Yui orders everybody out and apologizes to Tamahome. He's like, don't worry about it. I hear they're forcing you to be the priestess here. Too bad I couldn't have saved you back in episode 11. And Yui is like, don't worry about that. Let's not talk about that. Anyway, I'm surprised that Miaka let you leave. And he's like, oh, I left without telling her. But don't worry, she'll collect the other Suzaku 7, and then I can break you out of here. And Yui is like, no way will Miaka succeed. And then I'll have Tamahome all for myself. Mwahaha.
Yeah, because freaking Miaka knows that she didn't leave because she didn't want to, but Tamahome doesn't know that because he doesn't know Yui.
No.
And he hasn't really had a chance to debrief with Miaka about what happened.
No.
And she says, I can't believe Miaka let you, because she knows that Miaka knows. But he didn't.
Yep.
He doesn't. Now he's her little pet.
We see Miaka being led to the bandit leader as we cut to credits.
Oh, sorry. Let me just say that right before.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, it's just the end.
Sorry.
Nothing. That's not important.
Yeah.
Yep. What do you want to talk about with this episode?
Okay, so it's like, how could we take Hotohori seriously as a second male lead when they're already so in it? But now we have a forcible break between our main two.
Mm-hmm.
So do we see this being the end for Hotohori and reigniting hope that it could be him?
No.
It's like so much happened so quickly. How could we continue at that pace?
Right. Yeah, if we're still playing what's going on here, having them separated is pretty good. And we're gonna spend some time with Hotohori. I think it's fun just to have him get out of the palace and do some goofy shenanigans stuff.
Yes. Well, it's like, don't give us these characters unless you're gonna, let us know them.
Yeah.
So it's nice to get some time. Although I feel like we haven't really even gotten that much time with Chichiri, and then we're on to the next. And
yeah, I mean, but we're so early in, right? We're only episode 13 out of 50, right? So we have plenty of time for everybody to be hanging out. Yeah. But I wish we got a little more hangouts. But maybe that's to come later. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I guess maybe it's how long can her brother sit there and read? Because it has to be in a time that makes sense that he can be present. So it's like the stuff within the book has to happen somewhat quickly. I guess they can't have their like
maybe he's a speed
travel
reader, you know?
Yes,
he's good at it.
Okay. Next episode.
Oh, you just want to go to the next one?
Okay,
yeah. We'll talk about everything.
Excited
we'll talk about everything combined.
One.
I think it's easier that way because like I don't really want to talk about Yui and Tamahome until after the next episode anyway. So yeah. All right, let's just do that. Episode 14, Wolf in the Fortress. We open on the blue-haired bandit guy who we learn is named Koji, delivering Miaka to the bandit boss. He's a huge drunk guy, and Miaka is not excited about it because he's not a hot dude. This is her reaction to everybody who isn't like a thin, hot boy.
That's true. I mean, look who she's been surrounded by. Her like perception of what people look like is just skewed by who she's around, and then it's just a huge surprise when they are all gorgeous dudes.
Yeah. He ogles her and is like, "Oh, a pretty girl, great." Then the other bandits leave her with him, and she's like, maybe you don't want to leave me with this guy, but they just ignore her. Miyaka's like, hey, so you're like the boss, right? So like you would know if any of your guys have like symbols on their body. And the boss is like, if you do what I want, I'll tell you. And she's like, We jump back to Noriko and Hotohori serving a bunch of bandits tea. Hotohori is worried about Miaka, but figures that she has some kind of plan, which she does not. Some bandit falls in love with Hotohori, and he has to like try to let him down. He's like, you need to back off, dude. The bandits start gossiping about how their current boss, Aiken, is always kind of overstepping by taking over for their old boss, Genro, while he's away. So a different guy should be in charge, but he's not, because he's gone. And then they're like, well, he's probably going to have non-consensual sex with that one girl we brought to him, so whatever. Which sparks Hotohori into action, and he has Noriko beat everybody up, which he does extremely easily. The guy who's into Hotohori does a some like it hot bit where he's like, I don't care that you're a guy, and Noriko is like, all right, man, you need to get with the other bandits, and she tosses him in with the rest of them. Miaka is being harassed by Aiken, and Koji feels bad, but decides that he doesn't actually care, and he walks away into the dining hall to see that Noriko and Hotohori have beaten everybody up, and they take him hostage.
Koji's kind of cute.
Yeah, he's kind of cute. He's got way more character design than everybody else, so I'm like, this guy must be important.
Them eyebrows. We love eyebrows.
Yeah. Miaka is struggling against Aiken, but decides that maybe if she can learn who has a Chinese character from this bandit guy, then she can do her job as the priestess and helps Tamahome and Yui. So she kind of stops struggling, but still calls out to Tamahome. As she does that, Noriko punches through the wall, and Miaka is freed by Hotohori. He tells her that while Tamahome is gone, he'll protect her.
Yeah, girl. It's freaking, you've got two people there specifically to help you. So underappreciated. You know, it's not all that. You gotta balance, you know.
You do have an entourage. I do encourage you to use your entire entourage.
The ones that are actually there and can help you, not the one that left you.
Yeah, if you played more strategy games, you would know you can't just dump all of your experience into one character. You have to like spread it out a little bit so you can be a little more, versatile.
That's right. She's like kid Sarah who played Pokemon Crystal and then just found a Pidgey, and then for the rest of the game and to freaking Elite Four, just demolishing them with being attacked by Pidgeot for the rest of the time. Like no other help needed.
Nah, what I'm saying is that Miaka needs to play Fire Emblem.
That's right. Yes. Gotta manage those relationships so you have cute future children.
Yeah.
Come in.
Hotohori is about to kill Aiken, but Miaka is like, wait, we need him to tell us what he knows, so you can't kill him. And then Noriko's like, but we can torture him, right? And she's like, yeah, I guess. Noriko bends his arm back, and he tells them that they're looking for somebody named Tatsuki. Suddenly, a huge gust of wind blows, and Miaka is taken hostage by a red-haired boy named Genro, the old leader of the bandits. Genro mistakes Miaka for Aiken's bride, and he takes her hostage to bait Aiken into fighting him over being the boss of the bandits. He's like, I have your bride. And she's like, I'm not his bride. Hotohori and Noriko try to stop him, but he throws out some talismans that transform into dogs and attack all of them. And then he gets away with Miaka.
I guess wolves.
Yeah, wolves. Yeah. Big wolves. Yeah.
Given the name of the episode.
Hotohori cuts the wolf and tries to get... and it turns back into a paper talisman because that's what these things are. Aiken like reveals a box he has and pulls out a fan, like a big iron fan, and then he waves it and it produces fire and burns the rest of the dogs while Noriko and Hotohori escape. The wolves, they're wolves. Mm-hmm. Not only did I say dogs, I said gods. Wow. In my notes. Elsewhere, Genro has brought Miaka to his hideout and tells Miaka that he'll have to make an example out of her. And if she's good, it'll all go fine. And then he goes for a kiss, but she smacks him. Saying that she won't let him do whatever he wants. And then she does like a big boxing routine. Genro's like, forget it. I only like girls that cry because I'm like a weird sadist. And actually, I don't really even like girls all that much anyway. While he's saying this, Miaka tries to take off his shirt to see if he's one of the Suzaku 7. And then she explains that she's the priestess, but Genro doesn't know what she's talking about and doesn't care.
Yeah, girl. News is not traveling so fast. Especially, I feel like they're not getting a lot of gossip when they're killing everybody as bandits.
Yep. Koji stops by, and he and Genro hang out because I assume they're boyfriends.
They're cute little friends.
After Genro's like, I don't even like women that much. Oh, my boy, Koji. Who knows my hideout? Meanwhile, in Kudo, Tamahome is mostly just sitting around. Yui brings him some new clothes as a gift, but he's like, I'm good. You don't need to bring me gifts. She's like, oh, okay. Then he's like, yeah, you don't need to worry about me so much. I know you've had some troubles of your own. And Yui gets all serious, and she's like, oh, do you know what happened to me? Does Miaka know what happened to me? And then she says that when she woke up, Nakugo was there and brought her to the palace. And when she realized what happened to her, she tried to kill herself. But they found her and like stopped that from happening and healed her. And then she, she's like I wish I would have died then. Tamahome tells her to stop. So then she cries into his chest saying that she wishes she had died now that he knows about that. And Tamahome does not know what to say to this.
I mean, try to think. As far as we know, she hasn't said directly in his face that she's into him, right? So he can kind of feign not knowing that she's into him.
Yeah, I think a little bit. Like we're all kind of dancing around it, even though it's obvious.
Yeah. Well, slash pity.
Well, when Tamahome is brought here, Nakugo's like, "You're here to make Yui feel better." So he's like, "Okay."
It's so cringe to think on Yui's part. Like, if he's really thinking, well, it's just he just doesn't have all the information to know that, because maybe he's thinking like, I gotta play up to this so that she wants to come along to get saved, but he doesn't know that she's got an agenda now.
No, he does not really know what's up. To him, it's like, oh, this is like Miyaka's friend who's like horribly traumatized.
Yeah,
I need to be there for her, but I don't really know what's happening. Outside, Nakugo hears Yui crying and smirks like this is all going according to plan or something.
Yeah, I think when I was first watching this, I was probably roughly around the age of 14. And I think I probably had this, did not have emotional depth. I think I probably felt about Yui the way I felt about Kikyo and Inuyasha, where I'm like, just, really? Why are you? Yeah.
Oh, dude,
yeah,
Kikyo's
I feel like
so
that's
good.
how I felt.
In Inuyasha.
Freaking hate Kikyo.
Oh my God, she's so funny.
Die, you're dead, die. Oh God. Yeah, no, but I think in my mind, as a simple teenager, I was like, you're just an obstacle between the two meant to be together.
Yes, it is frustrating, right?
Yeah, but it's more complicated.
Yes. Back at the hideout, Genro explains to Miaka that they actually had an old boss that died a month ago, and Genro was supposed to replace him, but then Aiken tried to take over while Genro was gone. This fires Miaka up, and she offers to help him in exchange for getting his help finding Tatsuki. Yeah. The guy she's looking for, the Suzaku 7. She won't take no for an answer, but the boys are just kind of roll with it. They're like, all right, they know you're a hostage, right? And then they're like, whatever. The three of them stake out the compound, the bandit compound, and plan to break in. They explain to Miaka that the fan Aiken has is an iron fan that casts a fire spell when he waves it, and it's really powerful, and everyone's kind of afraid of it. Then Genro shows Miaka the magic talismans he got from a sorcerer, apparently, they make whatever you write on them appear as an illusion. And while Genro isn't paying attention, Miaka rewrites several of them. Genro and Koji inch forward in the bushes, and then they immediately get caught by Hotohori and Noriko, who try to capture them. Miaka explains that they're all working together, and even though none of them seem to really understand why, they're all doing it. They bust into the hideout, but get caught by the guy who's horny for Hotohori. Genro tries to use his talismans, but Miaka has overwritten them, so instead of summoning, like, wolves, it just summons, like, images of food, which just fall on the ground and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Aiken shows up with the other bandits. Genro and Koji are disappointed that the other bandits are following him, so Miaka uses the momentary pause to rush at Aiken and try to grab the fan out of his hand, but it doesn't work, and he easily takes Miaka captive. Miaka tries to give a rousing speech to the other bandits about why they should respect their old boss's wishes, but she's interrupted by Tamahome, who goes ogre mode and starts beating everybody up. Miyaka's like, holy shit, he's here in my time of need, just like I wanted. Tamahome beats up all the bandits, and Genro is able to take the fan from Aiken. Tamahome looks at Miaka, but before she can hug him, he disappears, revealing that he's one of the illusions Miaka wrote on the talisman. Miaka cries while holding the talisman as we cut to credits.
It's kind of sad.
It's so sad. She misses him so much.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Feelings.
Tamahome theory.
Okay.
So, Tamahome as something in the story, as a piece in the story that, like, stands in for, like, safety and comfort. Very interesting. Because, like, the thing he does is he's like a protector, right? Because basically what has happened over and over and over again, and happens again in these 3 episodes, is Miaka gets caught into a situation where somebody is threatening to sexually assault her, and then he shows up and saves them. Even though that doesn't happen necessarily in this case, like Noriko and Hotohori show up. That is saving you from danger is what Tamahome represents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's primarily his function.
That's why Yui wants him.
And that's what Huey is interested in about him, right? Because, like, she doesn't like him from interacting with him.
Like what happened when she didn't have him around.
Exactly.
The first time she was fine, but yeah.
Right? So, like, this works to me where, like, Tamahome has a stand-in for, like, a feeling of safety and, like, protection.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is, like, Hotohori can also kind of serve that, but not as efficiently. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he can't leave the palace. You know what I mean? There are times in these episodes where he does do that, right? And he even says, like, oh, while Tamahome is gone, I can fulfill that role. But he doesn't always, you know? He isn't able to do that when Genro captures her. So it's like an incomplete.
Yeah.
So that part works for me, where it's like, I understand, like, this is why Yui is interested in him and wants him around her.
Yeah.
Is like that feeling for, like, what it is. I feel like him having separation from Miaka works for that reason. Like, I think it provides an interesting idea of, like, what Tamahome means in the story.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look at you being so literary with it.
This is because I've been playing KOTOR too.
Okay. Well, look, it's just the stars aligning for you to be watching this and that at the same time.
I know.
It's fun.
It's good. But yeah.
Thoughts.
So we get some stuff here. What do we want to go over? Do we want to just do the Yui stuff first?
Sure.
Yeah, so we get some stuff with that, right? Like with Tamahome being, like, the embodiment of protection or whatever. We also get some stuff from Yui about her, like, she doesn't want Tamahome to know that happened to her, but now that it does, she feels bad. There's, like, shame associated with like sexual, like, rape and sexual assault and things like that. That's actually reflected here. This is, like, making me feel better about how the show is going to handle this. Because I did not have super high hopes at the beginning. I feel mostly because of how people talk about this show, where they're like, oh, it's really problematic and has some stuff. But I think that's, like, a pretty decent job in these episodes handling that. Like, taking it serious and not just kind of, like, over.
Defending.
What? Yeah. I'm not defending it necessarily. I'm just saying they're handling it. Like, I still think you could have accomplished the division in the friendship using some other mechanism. But if they're doing something with it, that it's, like, a specifically like a rape kind of story, then that's interesting. So we'll see. Part of this is also my mom sent me a message where she's like talking about the different things. Yeah, she is enjoying the show.
What your mom was saying on it, since she's got a good perspective.
Yeah, so she is enjoying the show. One of the things she talked about, having listened to last episode, is like why my reaction was big for that happening in this show, but not for Utena. And part of that is because I'd watched Utena before, so it's not as like shocking.
Yeah.
The other thing is that like I feel like episode 11 where that happens, you get the reveal that happened to Yui, is like feels out of place compared to everything. Like it's very shocking. Like it's put in that way to be shocking. Because it just doesn't really fit any of the other tones. Whereas I feel like with Utena, we kind of like ramp up to the intensity as the show goes along. So it's not as unexpected.
Is happening, kind of. Yeah.
Which, you know, I think could be good, right? Like it's effective in the show to do that. I am just so used to anime using stuff. I've watched a lot of bad anime, so I'm so used to using that for like cheap kind of intensification for thing without like actually treating it with any sort of care at all.
Yeah.
So to see that they're doing some stuff here makes me think that, okay, this is not just, we're not just throwing things around willy-nilly. We're like actually engaging with what that would mean to these characters in these moments. So that's good.
Man, you're so good at talking.
Yeah, except when I'm reading the summary
earlier. All right, wasn't I gonna read it? Yeah. To be so well spoken, what a thing. Oh man, all credibility goes to Joe.
Well, what are you gonna say? What do you have? What thoughts do you have about the Yui stuff?
Interesting or profound? I'm just here to be like.
I don't think I was that profound.
The new guys are hot.
The new guys are hot. Do you think they're gay for each other? I think maybe they are.
We can't get our hopes up again, Joe.
Dude, Genro literally is like, I only like women I could bully. And also, I don't even like women that much. And then immediately, Koji shows up and is like, bro, I hear to the hideout that only the two of us know about.
Joe.
And I'm like, come on, man. Are you
Lord,
serious?
Here we go. The shipping. It's here.
It's so...
Well, it's like, does he just... Well, if I'm to read into this as someone who does not remember that strongly what happened, other than big plot points, Genro, it's... Maybe he's... I don't know. Like, okay, it's expected that if you're a bandit... we love taking chicks and just being terrible to them, and so he feels like that's what is expected of him. And that's the only way he knows that you're supposed to interact with the girl. And if he's not into, or it makes him feel icky, then he just thinks he isn't into girls. If the only way you interact with girls is against their will in this, I guess, community of bandits.
Are we like assuming he was born a bandit?
No,
like when he didn't grow up as like a normal person and then become a bandit, he's like the bandit boy.
Well, no,
it's like an Oliver Twist.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's gay with Koji. That's what I'm doing. They're both pretty. They're both prettier than bandits should be. Maybe they're being pretty for each other, you know?
Just beautiful men left and right, and I'm here for it.
They got some loyalty.
I just feel like there's no normal, or I guess her brother's the most normal looking dude out of like anyone getting any deal.
He is a very normal looking guy.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good.
Yeah. Cause I'm like, it's hard to know how hot they are when everyone else is just a cartoon. Yeah. And there's like, Yui's the only other like female character. Well, I guess Noriko, but like, where, you know, I feel like in a lot of these, there's always like some rival love interest game. I guess it's Yui, but it's like not, because it's so much more complicated. But
yeah, I really thought
so. You can't just dismiss them as a love rival because it's more important than that.
Right. Yeah. This is not really. I mean, it's like, again, it's like a reverse harem in terms of cast, but not in terms of dynamic. Right.
Yeah.
Like it's not really what's happening here. What's happening here is that like she's really into Tamahome, and Hotohori is trying to like carve a little space for him and himself in there too. And Noriko is like not really pursuing Hotohori at all in these episodes.
Yeah.
They're kind of just hanging out.
Yeah. I mean, Hotohori gets to do some more comedy in these episodes, which is nice.
Yeah. He gets the Some Like It Hot bit. Have you seen that movie?
I have not watched. No.
Okay.
I've heard of it a lot.
It's a famous movie.
I'm very uncultured.
it came out. It's because it's old. That's probably why you have it. It's 1959.
I've heard of it a lot on the podcast I listen to. So, is this the one with Marilyn Monroe?
Yes, Marilyn Monroe's in it.
Okay, I've heard of it because she's in it. Because I feel like she had a bad rep on set for like always being late and this and that, or like forgetting her lines and stuff. But also, I feel like she was like super not in her right mind.
That's probably true. But yeah, it's pretty funny. Tony Curtis, Jack Lemmon, they have to pretend to be women.
Okay.
Go undercover to do some crime stuff.
Got it. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And there's a bit like that at the end of the movie, which is why I am saying it's like that.
Okay.
It feels like a reference to me as opposed to, but who knows?
Yeah. Okay. Any more thoughts? I'm tired.
Not really. I did the Taitsukun is Kreia thing. I did Tamahome represents protection thing. I did Genro and Koji are gay.
Maybe you should just be a professor that does like a English class genre, but it's like, or this is what we do for if we ever do like an event at a convention or something. It's like English 101 with Professor Joe. And then you use all the fancy,
I don't want to do. I can't teach English
terminology.
I don't know that stuff. I am like not that. Like, I'm basically just like shit. I can recognize themes and and some basic stuff in like
it's so good
anime made for teens.
Yes, this is it.
You can't ask me to do like adult literature. It's too hard. People are going to be like, hey, explain Infinite Jest to me. And I'm like, I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Explain the Odyssey, bro. I don't know what's happening here. There's like a big guy.
No, okay. Look, this perfect segue. Let us know what you would want Professor Joe to analyze anime-wise.
Don't put that on me.
While you're at it,
other people are better than this than me. I'm like doing this for the first time.
No, you're so good.
You're talking up too much.
Okay, I do that a lot sometimes. But no, right? And then
should we do a quick ranking of how hot everybody in the Suzaku 7 is? Like we were ranking them.
Okay, our confirmed ones. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm assuming we can add either one of it's either got to be Genro or Koji, right?
Yeah.
It's probably Genro because I think he's in the opening, but I don't want to say that for sure. But let's put them in because if one of them's going to be on the team, the other one's going to be on the team. You know what I mean? You can't just leave your boyfriend behind. Even though Koji hasn't done anything yet.
Mm-hmm. Except look really good.
Yeah. So let's throw him in there too.
Okay, so
who's at the bottom? Who's the least hot?
I think it's Chichiri.
It's probably Chichiri, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bad.
Freaking.
This is personal, by the way. We don't have to do the objective who's the hottest. So you can put Hotohori lower.
Okay. I would say so bottom, Chichiri, and then I would put Hotohori, Noriko, Tamahome, and Genro. Is my ranking.
Oh, Genro at the top, huh? You like redheads?
Yeah, he makes me think of Kyo from Fruits Basket.
Yeah, he kind of does.
With the brown eyes and the orange hair and the little fangs and then his little like, I'm a tough guy voice.
Yeah, he is like a little more wild man than everybody else, which is pretty good.
Yes, I
also like that. Yeah, I'm at least putting him above Tamahome, maybe.
Okay, what's your ranking?
Yeah, so I'm going from bottom to top. I'll do Chichiri. I'll do Hotohori. You know what? I made a mistake here. We should be rating them by like boyfriend or girlfriend material. We should rate them by like how much, like who's the most dateable instead of hot.
Okay, okay.
I'm deflecting. I know. Okay, Hotohori.
Ranking for episode 14.
Yeah, maybe we should wait till we have them all. I mean, how close are we to having them all?
Well, we're about to have the 5th, right? So
we gotta be pretty close, right? But like, she can't just get all 7 and like it's only halfway through the show, right?
Well, we get we get them, and then there's gotta be like Mass Effect loyalty missions with all of them, right? There's got to be something like that.
Oh, there
we actually get to know them more.
That's so true. You're so right. I hope that happens.
We got time for that.
I need to know I need to know like what weird thing she's doing with Chichiri. That's got to be some weird stuff, right?
What, for them to try and scrape her out together for the freaking dating sim they based
Yeah,
off
how do you put them together? There's no way. He's got to be like, go to me with my mystic temple in like the nether realm or something.
I don't know. It's some tragic backstory with this scar and eye missing.
I might put Tamahome as the top, and then Genro, and then Noriko, and then Hotohori. Maybe Tamahome is the hottest one still. It depends on what outfit he's wearing. He should have put on the outfit that Yuugi got him. I bet that would look good on him. It's like black.
Well, it's like he's there, but it's not necessary. It's like not against his will, but I think he also wants to make a stance. So he's like, I don't want to get comfortable here.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I am thinking we should probably. I think. Look, this is it. I'm calling it. We're axing the mom category of the rankings for all series, and we should.
We saw her mom.
I don't know. I know, but I don't know why we haven't done this. But why don't we have like a male lead ranking or structure?
That's a good point. Why don't we do that?
I don't know why we don't do that.
We have couples, which like almost does it, but maybe that's not good enough because that's how good the couple is, not how hot the individual guy is.
Yeah.
Who gets the most boyfriend points?
Yes. So that's going to take the place of the mom category. Okay. Or in addition, or we just make for never-ending category.
Well, who's the most boyfriend out of all the shows we watched so far?
Well, if that could be more personal of who I would want, or who I just think it should be who you think the hottest is.
Oh, who's the hottest?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the hottest?
We have like favorite out of all the ones we've done.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna be a problem if we have rankings where like it's a younger.
Yeah, you're gonna say Taichi. I know.
Yeah, Taichi. Okay. Anyways. We gotta wrap. We're wrapping.
We can wrap it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey.
There's going to be a lot of side characters to pick from. Sorry. Rate us 5 stars. Give us 5 stars right now. Right. Listen, I know you never do this. Nobody ever does this. I forget to do this for other things. just go into your app right now, and go and tap on 5 stars. And then leave a little comment if you're an Apple Podcast that just says, I'm leaving a comment for the algorithm. And that's good enough for me because we just need to boost our rankings. If you have actual stuff you want to say to us, you can write something real in that comment, or you can email us at shoujopod@gmail.com.
Or leave a comment on YouTube or on Spotify if that's where you're listening. Or on our Instagram. All the things linked in the show notes. Yeah. We appreciate everyone who listens, who shares the podcast with friends. Don't worry, everyone. I'm holding my sister accountable. She is going to be on at some point. She just actually has to watch the show again. And I told her she has to actually listen to our podcast coverage. Come on. So she can know what we said. So it's a lot of homework for her, but I'm going to make her do it. And then I've got the friend to do the guest slot for for Avatar Aang movie.
Which we didn't say the name of, but that's going to be what we're covering as the bonus.
Last episode.
Yep. Oh, we did say that?
I did not cut that out, so
right.
we said that last episode.
We were just dancing around it at the beginning of this episode. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I thought like, we weren't saying this. Yeah.
No.
We're covering that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I thought of another. I really want to cover Red River, but that is too similar to the, modern girl and ancient times. So I'm like, we can't do that immediately after this. So if you have a suggestion for what we should cover that's fairly short between this and maybe Red River or something. If you have suggestions for what we should cover, what you would like to listen to us cover, all those things that we listed previously, engage. It's exciting for us. Look how much we're giving you. We're giving you bonus stuff for free. Like everything's free. No ads.
Yeah.
That's
true.
Work with us, people.
Yeah. Participate.
Please. Yeah, okay. My allergies are kicking in. I need to go to bed. Joe, it's even later for you, so we're gonna call it.
What did we learn?
Oh, frick. Right. My favorite segment.
Hey.
How can I forget?
If you're
what did we
supposed to take over as the bandit king, the boss of the bandits, and your previous boss famously had a magic iron fan, take that with you when you go out of town. Don't just leave it around so that your rival can pick it up. It's a magic fan that casts fireball. You can't just leave that in a box like he's not going to find it. Come on, man.
Okay.
It's like 101
Before
level
we
stuff.
Wrap. Let's deep dive on that because their last boss died while Genro was away.
Mm-hmm.
But he's here now. But then he's gone again. Like, where's he been?
Where's he been? What's he doing? What's he got going on?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You got to take that fan.
It's because he's having a secret love affair, and they're, we've seen how they're treating Noriko, and he's like, we gotta have a little love nest somewhere away from all these jerk bandits, and that's where he's been.
He's been,
but somehow, other guy is like coming and going.
Yeah, he's been hanging out with Koji, their roommates, in their secret hideout that only the two of them know.
Yeah. To be determined.
Yeah.
On episode 15, 16, and 17. So make sure you watch those and be ready to listen to us talk through them next time on the Shoujo podcast.
Bye.
Mic drop. We're out of here.
We're out.
No, tap your mic. Make it sound like a mic drop. Like
that probably was really
see
bad.
If that works. Okay.
Bye.
Being like, Marco. And then you're like, Polo? And I'm like, no, this is shoujo. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Crazy like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm being stupid. Okay.